Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
First at noon, police in shirts still investigating the disappearance of a man who was seen back in March. Last seen back in March, and today officers are set to release more information about the case.
Yeah, back in March, police told us that 22-year-old Jacob Dubois went to a friend's home and never came back. In an effort to gather information, the Schertz Police Department partnered with the Guadalupe County Crime Stoppers.
They're offering up to $5,000 for information leading to the felony arrest in this case.
And now to an update on a West Side shooting investigation. This noon, we have learned the victim has died.
Police say that witnesses told them someone shot the 46-year-old man outside of a restaurant during an argument. And one of those witnesses, the victim's wife. The trouble started last night in the 1300 block of Calabar Road, not too far from I-10. According to officers, the victim tried to pull into a drive-through area of a restaurant. And that's when police say he and the suspects, who were nearby and not in a vehicle, exchanged words. The victim decided to go inside this restaurant instead, and when he got out of his vehicle, he and the suspects got into an argument. Police say one of them pulled out a gun and shot the victim. Then they both ran away from the area. The victim taken to the hospital. He later died. According to police, his wife watched the whole thing happen. She was not hurt.
Also this noon, we're learning what led up to another deadly shooting. Police now say the victim and suspect were arguing before gunshots rang out on the west side. It happened in the 800 block of Cub Path. That's near Loop 1604 and Petranco Road. Officers accused 22-year-old Dylan Sales of shooting and killing 67-year-old Daniel Sales inside a home during an argument. Police say the victim had multiple gunshot wounds. Officers arrested the suspect at the scene. He is charged with murder.
New at noon, a man who's already racked up several theft charges, adding a couple more to the record. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says that they have arrested Carlos Elizondo again. Elizondo was taken away in handcuffs, this time charged in connection with 2 felony theft warrants. One of those charges is from San Antonio police. In that case, Elizondo is accused of stealing money from a woman. According to the arrest paperwork, police say Elizondo told the woman that he would build her a deck. He never finished the work, but officers say he did take off with $2,600 of the woman's money. Our KSAT defenders have done stories on this suspect before. He's been accused by several people of running this very same scam.
A pilot who was killed after 2 military jet trainers collided at Laughlin Air Force Base in Del Rio has now been identified by military officials. The Air Force said 23-year-old Second Lieutenant Anthony D. Wentz died on Friday. Wentz was a student pilot with the 47th Student Squadron and was from Falcon, Colorado. The base said the accident involving 2 jet trainers happened on the runway at approximately 10 that morning. One pilot was flown to Brooke Army Medical Center here in San Antonio in critical condition. The third pilot was treated at the Valverde Regional Medical Center in Del Rio and was released. Their identities were not released. The cause of the accident is still under investigation.
The driver accused of plowing his vehicle through a holiday parade in Wisconsin, killing 5 people and injuring at least 40 others, appearing in court for the first time today. He has a very lengthy rap sheet and had just been arrested earlier in the month for allegedly running over a woman he was arguing with. ABC's Faith Abube has more on the incident and the charges that will follow.
Police have identified this man, Darrell Brooks, as the suspect who turned a holiday celebration in Waukesha, Wisconsin, into this deadly scene of horror Sunday night. The 39-year-old suspect will face a judge today on at least 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. 5 people died, more than 3 dozen others were injured when police say Brooks used his maroon SUV to smash through barricades and barreled into the parade crowd.
I literally saw roughly 10 people bounce off that car, and you could hear thud, 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 thud as he drove through that, and you could hear it, which is a sound I'll never forget.
The panic and confusion at the scene caught on social media videos.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Police say the Waukesha incident,
maroon Ford Escapes with blue heading into the parade route,
is the second time this month that Brooks allegedly used his vehicle as a weapon. Just 20 days ago, he was arrested for using what appears to be the same red SUV to run over the mother of his child. He walked out of jail this past Friday after posting a $1,000 bond. Meanwhile, anger and sorrow in the community as the victims are remembered. Loved ones joining hundreds for a vigil. Ryan Conkey says his niece Jeslyn is among the victims still hospitalized.
She took direct impact from the car. I feel like she's going to fight no matter what. And right now we're just looking towards the positive.
And police haven't released a motive other than to say they believe Brooks was fleeing a domestic incident involving a knife, but officers were not chasing him at the time. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Not only are we expecting rain Thanksgiving morning, but windy conditions and cooler conditions too. We have another look at that forecast coming up.
The Spurs start their 4-game homestand staying cold thanks to the red-hot Phoenix Suns.
Happening right now, more chances for you to get your COVID vaccine or flu shot for you and your child. There's a Metro Health pop-up clinic at the Divine Providence Church on Old Pearsall Road. It closes at 6 o'clock tonight.
There is also a pop-up clinic at the Children's Rehabilitation Institute on Quarry Park near Wurzbach Parkway and Hero Stadium. It ends at 5 this evening. All 3 COVID vaccines will be available at both clinics, as well as flu shots. They will also offer the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11.
Prep work now underway right now as Meals on Wheels gets ready to deliver a Thanksgiving feast to people in our community. Those meals include 123 turkeys. That's nearly 2,000 pounds, 3,500 slices of pumpkin pie, green beans, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and yams. And don't forget the gravy. We got 70 gallons of it. Just kidding. While providing these meals is nothing new for the organization this holiday season, it's a little bit more special.
For these Thanksgiving meals, there have been over 1,800 pounds of turkey breasts that have been prepared because we'll be sending out over 2,000 meals on Thanksgiving Day. Typically, we serve 4,500 people, but fortunately, it sounds like because of the pandemic, most people will be spending some time with their families. People have realized the importance of their loved ones.
That's good to hear. In order to keep its mission going, Meals on Wheels does need your support, though. A $5 donation helps provide a delivered meal to a senior. You can help by going to mowsatx.org and click on the green donate button.
UTSA students will have a hot meal this Thanksgiving holiday thanks to the assistance of the university's resource room. UTSA's Whataburger Resource Room is bringing back its Thanksgiving in a Bag initiative. It's a project providing students with mashed potatoes, green beans, and other Thanksgiving items. Tiffany Huertas has more on how this project is impacting students this holiday season.
It's just nice to know that there's like a resource room available to be able to get some things.
UTSA sophomore Jeannie John shops at the Whataburger Resource Room at the university's main campus and is thankful for the food this Thanksgiving holiday.
I'm not going back home for the holiday, so it's something great to have.
This year, Thanksgiving in a Bag is back. The project provides students with bags filled with Thanksgiving goodies.
Inside the bags, there's several items. There's turkey gravy, there's green beans, there's mashed potatoes, and students even signed a special message on the back of the card.
This is a little something extra to get them through the weekend, but then also to spread the holiday love.
The UTSA community came together to fill more than 350 bags.
The turnout was incredible.
The resource room will be available for students to shop and also get their Thanksgiving bags today and tomorrow from noon to 4 p.m.
The food pantry is open for all UTSA students, faculty, and staff, as long as they fall into the income eligibility guidelines.
For Taylor Cole, who works at the resource room, this initiative has a special place in her heart.
I absolutely love this initiative. My family is Italian, so like holidays and family and food were so important to us. So to be here and spreading a little version of that holiday love, it just warms my heart. It's really great.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
What a great idea.
Yeah, good for them. May even feel like Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving.
Well, you know, I tell you what, this cooler weather, it's getting us in the spirit.
Well, if you were outside this morning, it was downright cold.
A little too much spirit.
Yeah, we had a couple places get down close or below freezing. Here in San Antonio, we dropped to 38. So definitely was a chilly morning. We've warmed up since. The aquifer down 0.3 per foot, 664.8. In your pollen count, it is just mold today. That's it. It's a 240. It's low, so that's looking good there. We still have some rain for Thanksgiving morning. We'll take a closer look at that forecast and talk about temperatures coming up.
The 40th annual Ford Holiday River Parade is a San Antonio tradition, and it's happening this Friday. It's got bright and extravagant floats all along the San Antonio River Walk. Max Massey shows us the 2021 theme is 40 years of magic.
The lights are up, the floats are done, and Santa's sleigh is filled. Joined here with Maggie Thompson. So Maggie, right off the bat, what are you most excited for this year?
Gosh, Max, I'm so excited. We're having the parade this year. It's our 40th anniversary, so it's 40 years of magic. So excited about the magic.
What could people expect who are sitting on the Riverwalk watching the parade?
Well, we do have some new things. Our Grand Marshal's Willy Wonka. He is the actor for the Broadway production that'll be the week following at the Majestic. So he's magical, part of our theme. We have kayaks, illuminated kayaks that will float before the parade. Our floats are themed from the past 40 years. Every float represents a previous year, and then we're going to have a wedding on one of the floats. So we have some really fun things this year.
That is fantastic. Information people need to know?
They need to go to our website, thesanantonioriverwalk.com for tickets. Tickets are still available, but it's a beautiful day for Friday, so they're going to go. We'll sell out, so I would get them today.
All right, Maggie, thank you so much. And guys, take a look around. We have floats, everything from Texas to Santa's sleigh to Hanukkah. Everything you need to know about the parade, you can head to KSAT.com. Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
So glad we're able to do that again.
Did she say a wedding on a float?
Why not?
Wow, that's pretty special.
It's a special
Going
parade.
down the river on a barge?
Not everybody can do this.
Right.
San Antonio can.
Exactly. And Friday, the weather looks pretty good, so that's awesome. Great news. Yeah, it's shaping up to be pretty nice. Hey, I want to show you a really cool video from this morning. It was cold. We're going to take you up to Canyon Lake. This is from Jeff Hessler up there at Canyon Lake, and if you take a close look, you can kind of see the fog coming off the lake there, the warmer waters of the lake, that cool air touches the lake, and then you get that sort of fog, the haze rising up from the lake. Pretty cool stuff. That is a beautiful shot. We appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you for sending that in. Here's a look at the lows this morning. 38 here in San Antonio, 32 Bernie Stage, so it did get down to freezing there. 31 in Kerrville, just below freezing. In places like Comfort, got close to freezing as well this morning. 37 Pleasanton, 36 Hondo, 35 in Gonzales. Boy, it was chilly, but it warmed up fast. We are now in the mid-60s here in San Antonio. 65 degrees. Still some cirrus clouds out there, but not a big deal. South-southeasterly winds at 6 miles per hour, and this is an important stat here because the winds have switched around from the north to the south-southeast. So we'll start to see this number rise, and that will happen a little bit later tonight. Mid-60s to near 70 here around Bexar County, 67 in Bandera, 67 in Comfort, 71 right now in Pleasanton, 72 Carrizo Springs, 73 in Cotulla. In the dew point forecast over the next 30 hours, yeah, it's dry today, but that dew point jumps up big time as we get into tomorrow morning. That means some fog and drizzle will likely develop. Typically, when you get that rapid moisture coming back into play, that's when you start to get some fog and drizzle in the morning. And I think it'll start off a little bit damp on your Wednesday. As we look across the country, most of the action is out west. Most of the eastern half of the country is really pretty quiet, but you'll find some showers and snow up there across the Pacific Northwest. That's some energy starting to pull in, and we'll see some of that here in Texas. That's that front that'll dive south. And then we have an upper level low out west that will also bring in some energy as we get into the weekend. Airport delays, not seeing a whole lot. We've been saying that this week. It's not really a bad week to travel, other than a lot of people will be doing it, but the weather has not posed a lot of issues, so that's good news. Here's a look at our forecast. So as we jump into Wednesday morning here, clouds, maybe a little bit of drizzle to start. Don't think we're going to see a whole lot of rain tomorrow, at least not until tomorrow evening. That's when we could start to see a few showers. And then here comes our front. We should get a broken line of showers and storms sometime between 7 and 9 o'clock, I think, as this front comes through. But by noontime, a lot of the rain is to the south of San Antonio, And by the evening, the rain will have pushed south. We'll still have some cloud cover. It will be cool and it will be windy, but the rain will be out of here. So if you have Thanksgiving plans, just keep in mind it's the first half of the day that will be somewhat damp. As far as rainfall goes, not looking for a whole lot here. This thing's going to be moving pretty quickly, but if you're closer to the coast, you could pick up close to an inch. Out west and towards San Antonio, we're talking about 1/10 of an inch, maybe half an inch, depending on if you get stuck underneath one of the thunderstorms that maybe produces a little bit more rain. We're not looking for severe weather either, by the way, but there could be some storms with that front as it comes through. So here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. 73 tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 60% chance of rain Thursday morning. Temperatures probably drop. We start off in the mid-60s, end up in the low 60s, even 50s by the afternoon with a gusty north wind. 60 on Friday, 57 Saturday, 40% chance of showers on Saturday. That'll be mainly just some light rain. 66 Sunday, and we're back in the 70s next week. So a lot to look at there in that 7-day forecast. But as of right now, just rain in the morning time for Thanksgiving, guys.
Hardly any room on there for anything else.
UTSA student fans are getting rewarded for the great season the football team had. We'll explain coming up, and getting ready for a big Thanksgiving high school football playoff weekend. Coach Pop trying to fire up the troops last night. Spurs hoping to avoid a 5-game losing streak, hosting the Phoenix Suns at the AT&T Center. The Suns on a 12-game winning streak. Good start for the Spurs in the first quarter. DeJounte Murray with the deflection, the steal, takes it back the other way, misses. But Derek White is there for the follow. 12-7 Spurs. A few minutes later, Devin Vassell hits the jumper. It's 18-15. But then the Spurs were down 24-20 after one. Second quarter, Spurs trying to rally. Keldon Johnson finds Thaddeus Young cut to the basket. That pulls the San Antonio within 8. The Suns poured on. They outscored the Spurs 33-24 in the quarter, including that three from Devin Booker. San Antonio falls behind 57-44 at the break. We go to the fourth quarter now. Spurs down 18. Time to rally. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, drives for the jam. San Antonio down 11. And then Murray finds a Jakob Poeltl along the baseline, a little floater. Suddenly the Spurs are within 5, 100-95. Phoenix pulls away again, though. Chris Paul hits the jumper, one of 6 Suns players to finish in double figures. They led 112-99. The Spurs respond. Another run. Derek White, the three. He had a team-high 19. And San Antonio pulls within 3. But they can't corral the jump ball in crunch time. San Antonio falls 115-111. For Coach Pop, it's just the same old story. All right, so here we go. Atlanta is coming to town now, so the Spurs continue their 4-game homestand against the Hawks on a Wednesday, tomorrow night, 7:30, AT&T Center. A little pre-turkey Spurs game for you. Students at UTSA getting rewarded for the Roadrunners' big season. The athletic department saying they couldn't have gone 11-0 without the students this season. So tickets for the Conference USA Championship game in the Alamo Dome on December the 3rd will be free for UTSA students. And the tickets can be claimed for the Roadrunners' first ever appearance in the Conference USA title game starting on Monday. More info to follow. The Roadrunners won the Conference USA West Division with their dramatic come-from-behind last-second game-winning touchdown by Frank Harris to Oscar Cardenas. That was tipped and still caught. But before they play for the championship, they must face North Texas and Denton this Saturday, looking to finish their regular season undefeated at 12-0. And now we know who to thank for the students' free tickets next week.
We're not going to discuss the conference championship game other than what April Ancira is already doing to get our students in that game, which I think is just a huge, huge deal by her to be that, have that much thinking, planning already ahead to be in front of that, and for her to be so unselfish to help our kids like that. I thought that was unbelievable.
That is pretty awesome. Congratulations to the Roadrunners as well. Frank Harris, Clarence Hicks, and Hunter Duplessis swept the Conference USA Weekly Awards for Offensive, Defensive, and Special Teams Players of the Week. All right, now the younger guys. The big game and our big game coverage this Friday night will feature the #1 and undefeated Brennan Bears going up against Austin Bowie. They're 10-2 in the third round of the high school football playoffs. The Bears improved to 12-0 and are only one of 2 undefeated teams left in 12's top 12, including the Alamo Heights Mules. That's after they came off a huge 63-10 rout of Los Fresnos on Saturday afternoon, while the Bowie Bulldogs were one of 5 Austin area teams that eliminated San Antonio area teams last weekend by holding off Smithson Valley 28-21.
They're a great team. They play other great teams. That's what makes them great. So I'm excited to see what they have.
It's been a great season. We've had some great guys. You got Ashton, you got Tyler. We're spread out. We have talent throughout the whole core, defense, offense, and we just try to keep that rolling every day.
Brennan takes on Bowie at a neutral site Friday at Canyon Cougar Stadium up there in New Braunfels. So you've got high school, you've got college, you've got pros, Cowboys playing on Sunday, and you got lots of turkey.
And the A&M game.
And the A&M LSU game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll point that one out just for you.
We must.
Just for
always.
You, Justin. Wow. You nervous?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
The White House hoping to help lower the price of gas. The new initiative aiming to make it happen. Coming up after the break.
The fate of 3 men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery now in the hands of a jury. Lawyers presenting their closing arguments, painting differing versions of what happened on that deadly day. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest from Brunswick, Georgia.
A nearly all-white jury will soon decide the fate of the 3 white men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old unarmed black man. The prosecution with the final word to the panel today, firing back at the defense's closing argument that Gregory and Travis McMichael acted in self-defense after claiming Arbery tried to overpower the younger McMichael and take his gun.
You can't start it and claim self-defense. And they started this.
The defendants, Travis McMichael, his father Gregory McMichael, and a neighbor, William Roddy Bryan Jr., are all accused of being the aggressors, chasing and killing Ahmaud Arbery. They pleaded not guilty. Both sides spending hours summing up their case, painting wildly different narratives of what they believe the evidence shows.
They made their decision to attack Ahmaud Arbery in their driveways because he was a black man running down the street.
You are allowed to defend yourself. You are allowed to use force that is likely to cause death or serious bodily injury if you believe it's necessary. At that moment, Travis believed it was necessary.
The 3 men are hoping jurors believe they were trying to make a citizen's arrest under a now repealed Georgia citizen's arrest law. The defense calling Arbery a recurring intruder, even though he was never seen stealing anything.
Turning Ahmaud Arbery into a victim after the choices that he made does not reflect the reality of what brought Ahmaud Arbery to Satilla Shores.
The father of Ahmaud Arbery believes justice will be served, saying the facts speak for itself.
The evidence is overwhelming. Ain't no way we can't get justice.
The prosecution did agree to reduce William Roddy Bryan's aggravated assault charge to simple assault. As for the murder charges, each of the men still face, if convicted, they could spend the rest of their lives in prison. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Brunswick, Georgia.
More than a dozen families related to victims of the Parkland school shooting reached a settlement with the Justice Department. The DOJ will reportedly pay the families $127.5 million. According to a court filing, the department was being sued for not following up on tips that warned about the shooter. The lead counsel for the plaintiffs released a statement saying, this is a quote, the culmination of the Parkland family's long and arduous efforts toward truth and accountability. 17 students and faculty members were murdered by Nicholas Cruz on Valentine's Day in 2018. Cruz pled guilty to the shooting and is facing the death penalty.
If you think you're paying too much for gas these days, stand by. President Joe Biden ordering 50 million barrels of oil be released from an emergency stockpile. That move supposed to help bring down energy costs. To make it happen, the U.S. coordinating with other countries, including India, China, and the United Kingdom. The coordinated release of oil is an attempt to undermine OPEC's control of the market. But it's also aimed at voters who are coping with higher inflation and rising gas prices. Average gas prices are at about $3.40 a gallon. To the American Automotive Association, that's more than 50% higher than a year ago.
Not sure it'll matter tomorrow afternoon when the roads are packed with cars going to Grandma's house for big Thanksgiving Day turkey because nobody cooks it like Grandma.
This is true. That's just facts. But the weather is going to be pretty nice today. We'll have some decent weather tomorrow, then a little bit of rain Thursday morning. By the way, I want to correct myself earlier. I showed the video of steam coming off Canyon Lake. For some reason, I said fog. I meant steam. But you got the idea, right? It was cold this morning. And let's take a look at the time lapse here from this morning. Beautiful sunrise. We had just a few thin high cirrus clouds coming through. And that's what we're still dealing with at this hour. 65 degrees at the airport. Southeasterly winds at about 6. Dew point is at 35. But we're going to start to see that number rise tonight. More humidity comes into play, and we're going to get more cloud cover as a result. Right now, satellite picture shows we've got those clouds coming in from the west. Some rain out across parts of Arizona and New Mexico. That's part of an upper level low. Some of that energy does head in our direction this weekend. Temperature-wise, 60s and 70s across the state. Really a good travel day. 73 Corpus Christi, 70 in Houston, 69 Wichita Falls, here in San Antonio. Again, very nice. We'll top out close to about 71 this afternoon. 68 at 6 o'clock, down to 65 by 8 p.m. Not near as cold tonight as we saw last night. We'll talk more about that forecast here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Home networks, personal computers, routers, wireless printers, even smart devices, they all have one thing in common: a hacker can gain access to them. The FBI and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security agencies say that they have received a record number of complaints about cyber attacks last year, and it's a trend that they expect to continue through 2021. So what can you do to fight back? Well, ABC's Faith Abube brings some tips to us on how to protect our home office.
As Americans continue to work remotely, a warning from industry executives about cyber attacks.
The biggest threats facing homes and small businesses today are phishing, ransomware, malware, and hacked smart devices.
Malware, software designed to harm your computer, happens when you click on a website or an online ad. Phishing, when someone tries to obtain your personal information via email, phone call, or text message.
But there's a few telltale signs of a phishing email. One way is where the email address that the email is allegedly coming from actually doesn't match the email address that you see when you hover your cursor over the address itself. We also know that a lot of phishing emails have grammatical mistakes or just look a bit off.
Experts say to protect your home network from these types of attacks, take a multi-layered approach. Use two-factor authentication to verify your identity. Update your software regularly. Change the default passwords and usernames on devices such as routers. Split up your router and set up multiple network segments, so if one part is compromised, the rest of the network is still protected. Use a password manager, a paid version. Remove unnecessary software. Often new computers and smart devices come pre-installed with these programs. Subscription-based services can provide another layer of protection, monitoring and blocking threats from hackers. These include products by Cisco, VMware, Juniper, and Palo Alto Networks.
During the pandemic, the volume of cyber attacks on homes more than tripled. And this year, more than 2 out of 3 small businesses in the U.S. can expect to be targeted by a cyber attack. These attacks can have a real disastrous effect on our families and businesses.
Also, be suspicious of flash drives that are not your own. Hackers sometimes send infected devices to people or sprinkle them around in places such as parking lots. Once you plug it into your computer, bingo.
We really have to think like the attacker thinks. And if we can sort of put that malicious hat on every now and then and think about why something we have might be valuable, that will help us make better decisions.
And lastly, be careful what you post online. Hackers can use your social media posts to obtain personal information and then trick you into giving them potentially damaging information. It's called social engineering. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
And one more thing, if you're going to use that two-factor authentication, you can use a different form of communication for passwording confirmation for added safety. Have the two-factor authentication go to your email, not your phone, or to a Google Voice number.
Still coming up this half hour, a musical playing at a local theater featuring classic holiday tunes. We're going to take you backstage. Coming up.
November is Diabetes Awareness Month, and it's particularly important during the pandemic for people to manage their diabetes. Coming up in the next half hour, tips to help you stay healthy.
And welcome back. In this week's New You, we are talking Thanksgiving, just a couple of days away from the big holiday weekend. A lot of food, a lot of fun, and a lot of family. And for some here in San Antonio, it could mean a lot of stress, especially for those who are dealing with diabetes. Joining us this afternoon is Shelley Galini with CVS Minute Clinic, and we're going to talk about how to manage that stress if you are one with diabetes here in San Antonio. So Shelley, let's get right to it. If you're one who's suffering from diabetes, how do you manage a weekend like this?
So there's a lot of things you can do. One of the things I always recommend to my patients is think ahead, pre-plan, think about what you're going to do when you go into stressful situations or situations where it might be more challenging to handle your condition. Perhaps you need to, know in advance what foods will be there. Are they diabetes friendly along with your treatment plan? You need to maybe bring you some of your own dishes and make sure the dishes that you bring are diabetic friendly when you're going places. One of the things you can also do is kind of research early and make sure you have really good control and really a good idea of how to manage your condition. Meet with a nutritionist early on, or look at the various resources that are available online. It's really easy to get the diabetic treatment plans and diabetic checkups at Minute Clinic. We do them right here, open 7 days a week, so you can stop in and talk to someone if you're worried about what to do over the coming week. You've got resources there for you.
Obviously, we're just a couple of days away from Thanksgiving, but if somebody feels like maybe diabetes is part of their future the way they're going right now, and they're going to say, you know what, I'll just not worry about it this weekend. But what can they do after Thanksgiving to maybe get checked out and take care of what could potentially be a very bad problem for them?
Absolutely. It is really important to get screened. If you have risk factors for diabetes, it is important to make sure you are screened. It's recommended to be screened starting at the age of 35 if you have risk factors. And those risk factors can be a significant family history, if you are overweight or obese. Age is a risk factor. Those over 45 years of age are at higher risk for diabetes. There's also ethnic risk factors. Type 2 diabetes is more common in people who are Black, Latino, Native American, or Asian Pacific Islander descent. So if you have those risk factors, go in and get checked out. It is so easy to get screened for diabetes. It can start with just a single finger prick. It doesn't have to be a big involved lab work to start. The screening is just a simple finger prick. You can go to your primary care provider. We also provide it at Minute Clinic, open 7 days a week. You just come in, get your finger prick, check and see what your glucose levels are, what your A1C levels are. And if you are someone who has abnormal levels, then depending on that, those results, then the recommendation can be made as to what further treatment is necessary. If you have normal results, then that's a great time to sit down and have a discussion about preventative measures that you may be able to take with your exercise and diet and nutrition.
A couple more questions. How do you avoid family and friend peer pressure? What should you do if people are talking, you can go ahead and you can have that. Go ahead and you can have a little bit of mashed, mashed potatoes or more turkey.
Right.
Whatever. How do you avoid that?
So I don't think you can avoid it because it's probably going to be there. Some people just don't understand or have the knowledge or think it's okay to cheat every once in a while. So I don't think it's really easy to avoid. This is where I tell my patients, phone a friend. Make sure you try and establish, who is going to be there that is going to help you stay on track. Having a buddy or a partner that you can reach out to or who can also be the one to back you up and say, you know what, that's not something on their treatment plan. I think we need to support them in managing their condition. This is definitely a good phone a friend time. Also, again, pre-planning, knowing you're going to be in that situation, knowing what you can and can't eat. There's a lot of things that you can eat. It's not that you can't eat. Sometimes it's just looking at the balance of things. I have a little bit more of this and a little bit less of this, so you can still enjoy your Thanksgiving even while maintaining your diabetic control regimen.
So once again, just as we enter this holiday weekend, just make sure you plan ahead and make sure you have somebody there that's going to support you and make sure that you stick with that plan.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much for being with us. Appreciate it, and happy Thanksgiving.
Great. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Now, all those tips are so hard to follow, though. I know there's so much temptation out there. So, get a head start. Why don't you go for a little jog or a walk today?
Could do that. It is perfect for that. It is. It's about as good as it gets out there. 60s right now, mostly clear skies. So far today, we are up into the mid-60s, 65. 38 was the low this morning. It was cold, but nowhere near the record of 25. That was set way back in 1975. Record high is 84, set back in 2005. We'll be in the 70s today. A little cooler, though, as a cold front comes through for Thanksgiving. Another look at that forecast is coming up. Welcome back. We are expecting a little bit of rain as we get into Thanksgiving. Where are we for the year? We're still doing okay. We're at 32.87, so we're about 3 inches above average. Del Rio is still a little bit below. We're not looking for a whole lot of rain on Thanksgiving Day. We have another small chance coming up on Saturday as well. But we should finish the year, depending on how December plays out, obviously, pretty close to average. So we're doing okay at the moment. Rain chances this week, I mentioned Thursday, mainly in the morning. That's when our best rain chance will be. We have another shot on Friday, about a 40% chance of rain, but that's probably just going to be some light showers. At least that's the way it looks at this point. Outside right now, mostly clear skies. 65 degrees at the airport, but we're up to 70 at Stinson, 67 Kelly, 66 at Randolph. And those winds have made the switch to the south-southeasterly direction, which we begin to draw in some moisture. 73 Pleasanton, 72 Castroville, 63 right now Bernie Stage. Bernie Stage was a spot that dropped below freezing this morning. Same for Kerrville and Fredericksburg, but warming up nicely now into the mid-60s. 72 Carrizo Springs, 73 down in Laredo. High temperatures today, I'd say low 70s. Most of us will be in the 70s with the exception of the hill country. And then tonight, not near as cold as it was this morning. We're thinking mid-50s, and that's due in large part to added moisture and cloud cover. That will always keep temperatures up. And you look at the dew points, they'll steadily climb tonight into tomorrow morning before making it into the mid-60s, and that will lead to some fog and drizzle. So it'll be sort of a gloomy start to your Wednesday. And I think clouds probably stick around most of the day, so we'll see a lot less sun on your Wednesday. And looking at the setup here across Texas, it's still really nice. Mostly clear skies for most of us. Some high cloudiness starting to work in across far west Texas. As far as temperatures go across the country, there's nothing that's bitterly cold. You'll notice the moisture is surging north, is allowing for some warmer temperatures across the nation's midsection, 66 in Wichita. The cold stuff, if you want to call it that, 31 in Caribou, 40 in New York. But that's not unusually cold for those folks. 36 International Falls, 36 out in Boise. There is some snow in the higher elevations there up across Pacific Northwest. And here across Texas, really pretty comfortable, 60s and 70s. That's some great fall weather. So here's how our forecast looks going forward. We'll get to the cloud cover tomorrow. There will be a few showers in the Texas Panhandle, and then this front slides south. We think it'll be here early to mid-morning on Thursday. As it moves through, we'll get a broken line of showers and storms. We're not looking for severe weather, but there could be some rumbles of thunder for sure. Some gusty winds with this and a few pockets of heavy rain, I think. By noontime, the thunderstorm activity, showers and storms are going to move a little closer to the coast. That's where we could see some pretty heavy rain stacking up. So we'll have to watch some of our southeastern counties. They could get some decent numbers out of this. And then by Thursday evening, just lots of clouds, gusty winds, and cooler on your Thanksgiving. So it's definitely different from today. Here's how I think it plays out. 62 in the morning, windy, 60% chance of rain. Then by the afternoon, we'll say mostly cloudy, although I think the clouds probably hold most of the day. Breezy and 60. Temperatures actually fall some behind that front. We'll go 73 tomorrow, 60 on Thursday, as we mentioned, 60 on Friday, partly cloudy. And then there's that next chance of some showers, 40% on Saturday with a high of only 57. We'll be right back.